Police had gone round to the house. They found this 13-year-old girl with another young girl. She was almost completely naked. She was blind drunk, and she was with 7 adult Pakistani men. She was drunk and leery. And South Yorkshire Police arrested the 13-year-old girl for being drunk and disorderly. They took her back to the station, put her in the cells, eventually charged her, and she was convicted. They didn't even question the men as to why they were in a house with a 13-year-old girl who was nearly naked in the early hours of the morning.
Elon Musk, never one to shy away from controversy, has set UK politics ablaze with a fiery attack on Labour leader Keir Starmer. In a scathing tweet on X, Musk sent shockwaves through the political scene, declaring, "So many people at all levels of power in the UK need to be imprisoned for this." His remark came after shocking reports that parents who tried to protect their children from violent immigrants were arrested by the police. Musk didn't mince words. He urged the public to vote for reform, stating it's the only hope. But Musk's outburst didn't stop there. The tech mogul threw his weight behind Tommy Robinson, the controversial activist imprisoned for 18 months, questioning the UK's justice system. Why are criminals given suspended sentences, but this guy gets 18 months in solitary confinement, despite doing nothing violent? Musk fumed. It's clear Musk believes there's a deep injustice at play, and he's not afraid to call it out.
People have been given prison sentences in the UK for social media posts where there was no explicit link to actual violence. But they just said it encouraged violence. I'm like, well, did anyone actually do anything as a result of that media post? Well, no. But they just... And then they have a prison overcrowding situation in the UK, so they're quite literally releasing convicted and putting people in jail for Facebook posts. There's an actual thing happening.
And that's not all. Musk's influence in UK politics is growing, and he's making moves behind the scenes. Word has leaked that Musk has teamed up with none other than Nigel Farage in a secret campaign to overhaul British politics. Musk and Farage have been meeting privately, strategizing how to funnel major financial backing into Farage's Reform UK party, with an audacious goal: Farage as the next Prime Minister. Musk boldly declared that it's time for massive reform in Britain. According to him, the country desperately needs a change of direction.
This is what Musk said to me. He said, British politics now has a uni-party. There is very little to choose between the Labour and Conservative parties. And he genuinely fears that the mother country of the English-speaking world is frankly going down the tubes. And he agrees Britain needs reform. He is right behind me.
7-figure sum, 6-figure sum?
Well, who's to say? Wait and see how this all ends up. But he has not closed his mind towards helping us.
At the center of this storm is Keir Starmer's recent decision to cancel local elections, a move Musk sees as a deliberate attempt to block Farage's party from gaining ground. To Musk, Starmer is nothing short of a threat to democracy. He warns that Britain is dangerously edging toward authoritarianism, and only fresh leadership can steer it back on track. Musk's firestorm doesn't stop there. He's also taking aim at Labour's deputy leader Angela Rayner, particularly over her push to regulate social media platforms like X. While Rayner insists these measures are necessary to combat misinformation and hate speech, Musk is having none of it. To him, X must remain a sanctuary for free speech. No compromises, no censorship.
What do you think about what Elon Musk has been tweeting about Britain and the Prime Minister over the last few days?
Well, what I'd say is that all social media companies have responsibilities as well to deal with fake news. We've seen a lot of fake information being shared on online platforms.
His message is loud and clear. Politicians should not have the power to dictate what people can say online. This isn't just a clash between a billionaire tech mogul and a politician. It's part of a much larger battle for the soul of the UK's political future. Should politicians like Rayner be able to control online speech, or should platforms remain free from government interference? Musk's stance is shaking up the conversation, forcing the public to question the true meaning of free speech in today's digital age. Is Rayner's push for regulation about protecting the public or consolidating political power? And the drama doesn't stop there. Rayner's grand promise to build 1.5 million new homes has ignited intense skepticism. With construction costs soaring, a shortage of skilled workers, and planning delays, experts doubt whether her vision is even remotely feasible even if the homes are built. Critics ask, who will be able to afford them? With energy bills and taxes already spiraling out of control, many wonder if Rayner's housing plan is more of a political pipe dream than a practical solution.
There were, and this is I'm simply stating a fact, there were migrant gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls. And some people found that objectionable, which obviously it should be objectionable. And they were upset about that. And so they complained about it online and were sent to prison.
Rayner's attempts to defend her housing plan only seemed to add fuel to the fire. In one viral moment, she appeared completely disconnected from the struggles faced by ordinary Brits. Critics, including Farage, have accused Labour of prioritising migrants over the needs of the British people. While Rayner denies these claims, the optics are disastrous, and public scepticism is growing. This situation could quickly spiral into a PR disaster for Labour. Musk isn't backing down. For him, the housing debate is about more than just bricks and mortar. It's about trust. Can Labour really deliver on its promises, or is it just more empty political rhetoric? Farage has been hammering Labour on issues like immigration, housing, and free speech for years, but now Musk is joining the fray. He accuses Starmer's government of stifling innovation and free expression. Musk has even hinted at cancelling future visits to the UK entirely. And meanwhile, Farage is ramping up the pressure, charging that Labour is more concerned with political correctness than tackling real issues.
Content that more than 5 out of 7 new homes will go to immigrants.
Well, that's not the truth, and that's not the
That's what will happen.
Well, that's not the reality, because where the 2.5
million immigrants that are in Rachel Reeves' budget figures going to turn up? Where are they going to live?
Well, there's plenty of housing in the UK, but the houses, especially
hang on. You can't, on the one hand, say we've got to build this 1.5 million houses, and then say there's plenty of housing already.
There is plenty of housing, Trevor, already, but there's not enough for the people that...
The alliance between Musk and Farage is becoming undeniable. Both men view Labour as a party fixated on control rather than progress. Farage is laser-focused on issues like immigration and housing, while Musk is determined to protect free speech at all costs. Together, they're painting a picture of a government that has lost touch with the people it's meant to serve. This isn't just political posturing, it's a high-stakes battle for the future of the UK. Rumours are swirling that Musk is preparing to back Farage with a jaw-dropping financial investment, with some reports suggesting an amount as high as £100 million. Whether this is speculation or fact, it's already creating a political earthquake. If Musk is truly backing Farage, it could shift the political balance in the UK like never before. End quote. Reform UK, currently on the fringes, could suddenly become a serious challenger to Labour's dominance, with Musk's backing acting as a potential game-changer.
Musk. I spent an hour going through with him what his strategy was, how he got new voters registered that weren't on the electoral register, how he used various tech tools to get out the vote on the day. There's some revolutionary stuff here. And I'm pledged to professionalising reform. I took copious notes yesterday. I've learnt a huge amount.
And he will help, X will help reform UK at the election coming up.
He's already given me considerable help.
With targeting voters who can't
Understanding the process from start to finish, reaching disaffected communities who, frankly, feel there's no point voting for anybody, but just to get them to agree with you or to like me on TikTok or whatever, that just isn't enough. You know, you've got to get them registered. You've got to know who they are.
So why would Musk throw his support behind Farage? It's likely rooted in their shared frustration with Labour's leadership. Musk has made no secret of his disdain for Starmer's policies, and if he's putting his money behind Farage, it's clear he aims to disrupt the political establishment and shake up the status quo. This raises critical questions about the role of money in politics. A billionaire backing a populist movement isn't a neutral gesture. It's a game-changer. Critics will argue that this could lead to excessive influence, but for Farage, it's a golden opportunity. With Musk's support, Reform UK could move from the political margins to the mainstream, posing a serious threat to Labour's hold on power.
Let's be clear. Elon Musk loves the United Kingdom, the home of English-speaking nations. He's got serious business interests here, whether it's X, whether it's Tesla, whether it's Starlink, and he wants the United Kingdom to do well. He wants our economy to grow, and he recognises that Labour's a catastrophe and that Britain needs reform in every sense, and that's why he's been speaking to Nigel, met our new Treasurer, Nick Candy, and, you know, he's put out there on X that, you know, we've got to turn this country around. We've got to reform.
England has been hijacked, and it's been hijacked through a sort of wonky election that people have tried to explain to me, and where people didn't really vote properly. And it's been hijacked by a group of people who do not have English interests at heart. They are going to take England down a road that is not going to be England. And you've got to play hardball back. And does Nigel Farage, I've no objection to him getting money if you've got a loan or if you've got anything from anywhere, if that's what he needs. But is he the right man? Has he got the strength? You need someone with real strength. And maybe he'll show real strength, but you can't be all nice and nicey to each other, you know, or whatever you call it.
So, yeah, no, indeed.
You've got to start punching back.
UK politics is at a crossroads, and the stakes have never been higher. Labour's struggles are becoming more visible than ever, and with figures like Farage gaining momentum, the political landscape is shifting. Whether or not Musk is truly backing Farage, one thing is certain: the political drama is only just beginning. What's your take on all of this?